Okay, let's get started. So, let's see, we can store this morphine here. I don't think we're going to be needing that anytime soon. Let's go ahead and play a bit of inventory Tetris real quick. Should be fine. So when we last left off, we could take that with us actually. We could drink the milk instead. So when we last left off, we talked to Bose Vlad, who I think, yeah, it looks like he has vouched for us. So we are no longer being hounded in the streets. And the game actually announced to us that we had accomplished everything that we set out to do for the day. So, we're free to do a little bit of exploration and looting instead. Which is good. Stockpiling resources is always valuable. What's going on over here? This guy's just labeled a vigilante. What you looking at? Get lost. We got him first. Who is he? Don't you see? Barak the Turncoat, Isidore's son himself. Have you lost your mind? He has nothing to do with this. Oh yes he does. The whole town's saying he did it. Done what, you idiots? The bastard put his own dad 6 feet under. So what you looking at? Get lost or you're next. If I identify myself as Artemi Barak, these guys are going to go aggro on me, aren't they? But I can save that innocent guy. I could probably outrun them. I'm actually going to run into this shop here. Enemies in this game don't chase you indoors, thankfully. But also, like, it's a shop. It's kind of hard to do your vigilante mob justice, like, with lots of witnesses. So I'll take it. Okay, this guy has a cloak, which I'm going to buy because the cloak can later be used as part of an inventory upgrade. Plus, clothing provides you protection against the plague, which is something that we'll be dealing with before too terribly long. Ozel. I'd like to trade with you for my conscience's sake, but no one will trade with thieves or murderers. Barter is about trust. What does conscience have to do with it? Barter is a sacred tradition. You understand that it's not about objects at all, don't you? Nothing sacred about it, it's just old. You're weird. Your fate won't improve my life, only my own trust. Get it? When I trust someone, I get lucky, so good things come my way. Fair enough. I guess I didn't think about it. Although my name's already been cleared. I don't need a bandage right now. Let's go up to this clinking of dice. There was also the thing with the herb bride out there, which I skipped earlier. Chickadee. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Step has gotten into you. Who breathes air in the fall dies before he sees it all. Nice poem. You write that yourself? If only, I'll never be that good. When did you last sleep? The circles around your eyes, the wheezing. Just observing facts. Are you an outsider? I'm a local, just been away for a while. Mom says that while Twire, chickenpox, crowberry swish, and joy all bloom, you have to sleep every 5 hours or your head will explode. You're thinking of a stroke. Huh? Are you a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mom says all doctors are slackers and frauds, even old Barak. I'm a surgeon. Ever considered having your tongue removed? Alright, Got nothing that she's interested in. There's an herb bride. How fares your kind, Katanga? By Arla, how fares your kind? We, the Katanga, must help each other. You are our kin. You shouldn't get into fights, Tanger. You'll always lose, no matter who remains standing. How come? Think, Tanger. If they kill you, then it's very bad, right? But if you kill them, it's still bad. Everyone will hate you, won't let you in, sell you food, or barter. You'll be hunted. Do you need a wolf's life? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Don't get into fights, Unente. Clear up your name first. As time passes, people will accept you. Then do as you please. Sounds tempting. Oh, she gave me a charm. And she's selling razors, actually, which would be nice, but I don't have anything that she's interested in. Now we're in Raccoon Simulator mode, just running around looting all these garbage bins. Okay, morphine. Probably not going to do any lockpicking for a bit, so I'll go ahead and trade those things. Immunity boosters. Get rid of this big ass bell. More immunity boosters. And a finger now. We don't have any of those currently. So let's get one. Yeah, so let's just stockpile food and medicine for right now. Actually, that soap is cheap and that will sell for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Soap can also be used in bartering. Ooh, a package. We trade our charm for it. Let's trade some fishing hooks instead. We'll go ahead and open this. Ah, all that was in it was some food. That's too bad. I mean, food is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not a, it wasn't a very good piece of food. It's one of the small ones that doesn't do a whole lot. Anytime we run into a water supply and we have empty bottles, we'll just go ahead and fill them up, because worst case scenario, if we need the bottle for something else, we can just drink or dump out the water. It's not a huge inconvenience. Fishing hooks and matches. We don't have anything that he can repair. Some more children, but I think we've traded most of the things that children are interested in right now. Move along or I'll scream. I'm going, just calm down. That's funny, she's reacting hostilely towards me, or with hostility towards me, but my reputation's already good, so I can just trade with her. Here we go. Stand still, Yargachin. Can you hear it? Yargachin means a butcher. What makes you think I am one? Bikara, you are a doctor who can dissect bodies, has the right to, knows which lines to trace with his knife. It's the same as a butcher. I can barely remember our tongue. How was it? Pi oigono ugib basagan. Explain, please. Come closer. Stand in front of me and wait. Wait for what? The earth is breathing. Listen to it. Stand still and listen. The earth, our mother Bodo, is in pain. Sobolon Yadara, reveal her vein and she will reward you, embrace you. Return your mother's embrace. I'm listening. Yamabarke Yagarchin. He who knows how to dissect people can dissect earth. Sain Tada Emshin, now partake of my blood. Let my blood feed the earth. I never believed these ancient fairy tales. None of us do any longer. Everyone knows how it works. You quench earth's thirst with blood. You reap its harvest. Try it. Yamar Burka Basagan Bai. She gave us a vial of blood. Watch the herbs grow. Listen to them sing. You'll find them by the song, by the sound. Mother Bodo reveals herself to the generous. Come back tomorrow, Kayala. Feed her more blood. Reap more herbs. Generosity bears generosity, huh? There's the herbs. Nice. Starting off our herb collection right, which will be useful for when we go down to the pub here. Let's see if I can see the dice thing. Here it is. Off-hour prompter. You are too quick, kind sir. You pace ahead of schedule like a man possessed. Let's see, the next event of consequence is set to come into your life tonight, later. How can you tell which events are of consequence? I was a fortune teller's own assistant. Though some thought him a fraud, I saw behind the curtain, awed at what I witnessed there. So trust me when I say there's time enough for you, Barak. For now, at least, there's time. So do I just sit around and nap until evening? Why sleep? So much to do, so little time. If you can find an hour or two to spare, then make the most you can of your precious time. For bitter fate demands that you prepare. Explore the town and fill your pockets quick. Your time is short, and no one knows what tomorrow brings. Fair advice. I'm done with everything important for today. I'm free to rest until tomorrow or explore the town. At night, its face changes. Actually, let's go ahead and rest here real quick, because our exhaustion is filling up. Yeah, there's not gonna be anything here. Oh, don't mind me, Laura. Just going through your shit. Alright, nice. We got plenty of food to manage hunger. Well, I'll be visiting here later tonight, so maybe it's worth spending a finger now to get back over there. It is such a long run. There's our inventory. It's getting a little bit full. Let's just do it. The children tend to have fingernails for sale, and they're not terribly expensive. It's like this tavern is in a derelict factory or something. Alright, these These are the Stamatin brothers.
Why does everyone come to gawk at me?
Andre Stamatin. Ha, what a face. A loser's face. Look who's talking. The rabble is out of control. At least they looked human before. Did you hear about the stabbings? The people with knives out in the streets now, brother. Yes, at first I didn't believe my own eyes. I mean, I'm quite an artist with the knife myself, but that's different. Everyone knows I obey no law. These people, there's no wholesome fear left in them. Knifing is taboo around here, that's why I love this town. But you know the tricks of the trade, don't you? I can tell by your hands. I'm a surgeon, it's part of my job. You're a dangerous man. I'm a dangerous man too. We can reach an understanding if you behave yourself in my establishment. Do they think night conceals everything? I don't even care. If they come here, they'll regret it. He who lives by the knife dies by the knife. Such people are outlaws. Killing them incurs no punishment, only gratitude. Judge Kane said so. That's fair. Only a butcher has the right to cut flesh.
I love glass, old boy. Everything good comes in glasses.
This is Peter Stamatin. There's a gleam of goodness in your eyes, my friend. Drink with me. Alright. Everyone says twirine heightens the senses, but I think that's only true of hearing. Vision? No, you won't see anything new. It isn't absinthe. No smells either. This place reeks of herbs as is. Hearing, though. What about hearing? Just drink and you'll know, and you'll hear how the town sounds. You'll hear who's calling you and from where. You'll hear a murmur from afar, perhaps from across the Gorkin, or perhaps from across the Styx itself. Drink to my health, friend. This is excellent twirine. There's no such thing as bad twirine. I can afford this kind of joy. You don't exactly look rich. My name is Peter. I'm the rock upon which is built the stairway to tomorrow, to the day when man lifts himself from the earth and overcomes its burden. I am that rock, and I have already built the first step of that stairway, for I am a true architect. And I am Artemi Barak. Let's drink to my father's memory, a good man. Drink, Barak, drink your twirine. Listen to the world. Listen to the roar of the terrible earth. Listen to the ringing of the sky. Listen to the town opening for you. You'll find out where people wait for you. Or whispering about you right now. It's been proven to work. I'll check. Drink of twirine shows hidden places. Bountiful harvest? Huh? Oh, I thought you were an herbalist here to sell herbs. Do you buy twire? We're not just interested in twire. Ashen swish, swevery, and white whipall, of course. More rare, so more expensive. You value time, huh? We've only got 2 weeks until September ends. We're now in the golden time of the harvest. We need to stock up for the whole year ahead. How much do you pay? It's different every day. Depends on what exactly we're currently brewing. Some herbs may cost triple sometimes. I'll keep it in mind. Today, the special offer is black twire. Alright. Do we have any of that? We have one black twire, which he will buy for 150. We currently don't have a use for it. So... We're almost broke now. Looks like our hunger's getting up there. Okay. Well, the town is calling to me over here, according to the twire. Or the twirine, rather, that we drank the other day. I don't really have any money to be going to stores. I could see if anything has changed at Ruben's apartment, though I doubt it would have. Sometimes the map and the journal don't always tell you everything. But in this case, I think that there's probably nothing new here. It's scarcely a detour now, though. Oh, Tankovsky has something new to say to me.
Can you believe this place? They don't even have a hospital here.
Back so soon, Barack? I hope there's a good reason. The kids outside told me that 3 of their friends are at death's door, and you refuse to help. My dear fellow, that sounds like your area of expertise. You're welcome to offer them your services. I have better things to do than waste my time on a bunch of mangy mutts. Better things to do. You took the oath. Now do your duty. My duty is quite different, and if you keep wasting my time, I might fail to perform it. We have a very different idea of what duty is. Tankovsky takes himself very seriously. Now we don't have a lockpick on us, damn. We must have dropped it off at Vlad's or sold it previously, I can't remember which. This should make that annoying circle on the map go away. Nice. Yeah, we got a little ways to go, unfortunately, here. We don't have any coins for... Ooh. If we had some blood here, we could get some herbs. We don't, sadly. There's the guy that buys organs. We don't have any organs to sell right now, though. This guy can't repair anything that we got right now. I think, oh wait, our scalpel's at nearly full durability though. Part of it. Guy's got a lot of stuff. We don't have a grindstone to repair our thing. Did he have one for sale? No, he's got mechanical things. What's she wanted to say? Oriole. A murderer walks the streets, human or Shabnak, who knows. But our kids are outside too, won't stay home no matter what we tell them. Why can't you just ground them? Everything's terrible. It all started with that awful tower. There's nothing we can do now. Kids do whatever they damn well please. Can't say anything to them. I mean that. Try and the words stick in your throat. They become complete strangers to us. But what about common blood, I ask you? What about paternal love? You're sure there's nothing to be done? Because they belong to that damn tower now. What is it anyway? Hard to explain. The tower crushes us. Try to speak a word against it, and it's as if an invisible blade slices your vocal cords. It did something to our kids, like they're crossing a river over thin ice and you can't follow, only call after them. Do you know who built it? The Kanes, of course, let the fires of hell take them. Who else? If only the Sabarovs ruled this town by themselves, it'd be such a nice place. Oh, makes sense now. Actually, here's an example of our items that are like at full or near full durability. They only take one thing, but the thing that's lower requires 2 ingredients now. So it's always good to stay topped off when possible. Still don't have any blood. Oh boy. Let's read this. Wrinkled note, 2 fluffy tails for a teapot needed soon. The tails are good as new. TL every noon. And I really want to take these fingernails. Ooh, actually, this may not even be worth the time here, but now that should stack up with the others. Nothing up here. Well, could always drink a twirine and see what happens. Huh, nothing. Unlucky. Go ahead and eat that. That won't waste any hunger. There's the tower the woman was talking about. Now, it's possible I could get into scraps in the nighttime. In which case, I actually would probably want to unequip my scalpel, because I don't think it's worth damaging it in a fight, considering I can't perform autopsies or anything if it's broken. Going over to the Kanes' territory here. have any money. We do have some stuff that we could sell, but... I don't think it's worth 2 fingernails for 1 coffee. Sure, we'll visit the guy who buys organs. It's the last point of interest on our map. Even though we don't have anything to trade to him. Chemist says, we're closing. Where's Far? I don't know who you're talking about. He would, I'm Isidore Barak's son. The door to your right, then turn left, then go ahead, and don't take long. Got it. You keep closing. You were closing the shop, right? This guy has some interesting stuff. He will buy a lot of things, actually. He's only got 500, but is there anything worth selling currently? Gosh, not really. Everything but the food goes for so little. Ah, it's you. Did you come to talk about your father? Yes. Did you know him? I did, but that's not what someone as clueless as you should addle their brain about. You left this town as a boy. You never really knew it. And even those scraps are lost and forgotten now. Educate yourself. Breathe in the twilight-soaked air. Get to know elders. Hurry not, Barak. Achieve respect. Then you'll have your answers. Heard loud and clear, old man. Far, is it? Yeah. Only I'm not an old man. I'm a man who has no time for idle chatter and hates it when people clutter their room for no reason. Come back when you have meat. You live in a drugstore, a shop. I have every right to be here. Okay, so this guy, so if I bring him organs, I can get actual physical cash for it, it seems. I wonder what he's doing with the organs. It's not like there can be that many people in need of organ transplants around here. Soon we should think about going back to Big Vlad's and depositing some of the stuff that we picked up. Ooh, she's got lemons. Yeah, I'll trade a lemon for an immunity booster. Go ahead and save us an hour of sleep or so down the road. for that. Did I just see somebody phase out of existence here? The day is over. Some opportunities have been irreversibly missed, but sleep is not the only option. Certain events will unfold at night. A new pantomime is being rehearsed at the theater. Death toll over the past 24 hours, 7 people. Gone missing, 3 people.
Time waits no more. It isn't uniform. Each day is followed by a shorter night, and each night by a yet shorter day. The end is closer than you think.
We are at the theater. Can't get in here though.
Please welcome the actor, Artemi Burach. Let us examine him. The will is present. Emotions? Sure, there are emotions. Intellect? Well, no one expected a miracle. Not from this specimen. He's no true human, but a larva. Just like all the larvae we've seen here lately. Pardon me, I shouldn't have been so rude. You are, after all, the star of the show.
How should I act then?
Here's some advice. Actually, the only advice that matters. Try not to die. Ever. Do you understand? Like, never ever. At all. Or it'll turn bad. Not just for you, but for all of us.
And why is that?
It would wound the world. Irreversibly. And the world, it's not in the best shape as it is. So I'd kindly ask you to do your very best. Work hard. Take care of yourself.
Where are the other two? The bachelor and the girl?
They're waiting for you to exit the scene. They want to learn about their fates as well.
You know the future? What's mine then?
Oh, I can't help but pity you. Look, there will be a happy ending. You'll even believe that you won. No guilty conscience either. So relax, man of fate. Next.
What do you mean?
Next! I had several paths and liked none. One had me as a beast man, another as a hunchback, the third as the indentured servant of some outside force.
Our theater has seen better days. The repertoire is getting stale. Same play over and over again. It's beginning to get on my nerves. What play is it? It's about death, hot on its trail, so to speak. I've already tried to stage this study once, but it didn't work out. The acting was bad. No one understood what they were playing. How can you be a Cain, a Burach, or sinister Katerina if you don't walk their paths? No one grasped their character. This time it will be different. What do you mean? I want full authenticity. I will move the play outside into the streets. Actors play out real events while being in the middle of them. The audience doesn't know they're in a play. The actors that they're being watched. Such is my method. What's the point? The actor must understand how to work death. I'm not making this one for the audience, but for the actors themselves. Their inner world is the stage, their worldview, hence the unusual methods. Unusual and rough, it's the theater of cruelty. Is the outside not cruel enough for you? It's a different kind of cruelty, not the one you're used to. Being unforgiving towards yourself, mostly. But you need not concern yourself with this. Why? Look, I do what the subject demands of me. I'll set your tasks gradually and uncover the method step by step, else you'll sabotage the process. You're here for an audition after all, aren't you? Sure. dead item shop is open. Ooh, and it's close. So this is a shop that buys dead items. So the broken morphine bottles, these scrap names, all that sort of stuff they will buy. So I should go back to Big Vlad's first, drop off a bunch of my stuff there, and then retrieve the dead items that I can trade. Oh, just in my room. There it is. Unless I'm mistaken, that was a corpse there too. Which perhaps we may be able to harvest some organs off of that. Oh shit. That happened fast. Not expecting that guy to try to start a fight with me. Alright, so the game is paused on the inventory screen, so we can drop this. Put up our scalpel. And defend ourselves. Except our stamina's all shot. Shit, he broke our guard. Oh, I can loot him without slaying him. Interesting. Get lost. We lost a little bit of health there, but honestly, health recovers when we sleep anyway, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. Whew, alright, our stuff is still in here. I was a little bit worried for a second when I had to reopen it. Alright, so we can do that. We did have a lockpick in there, okay. We can combine that. Let's see. How are we on things? Alright, hunger, we're a little bit low. Is there anything that we can eat that will free up space? Maybe the milk? Perfect. Alright. Now let's get the broken ampule, the scrap name, the broken scissors, and I think he takes lockpicks too. It's been a minute, honestly. Okay, that gives us with plenty of room once we trade those things. Now if we harvest organs, we may make people mad at us. Oh, is this the guy that I rescued earlier? Kingfisher. You're a brave soul, as befits Isidore's son, of course. It takes courage to claim your name today. Any cracked ribs? Bones? Breathe in, out. I'm alright, they only hit me once or twice. Yeah, you'll live. You're a true hero, not because you defended me, but because you didn't fear the truth. You can be trusted. Still, I'd like to dress your wound, if I had a bandage. That's alright, I'll live. Although you know, workers sometimes carry bandages and tourniquets around. Lots of injuries at the cannery. Talk to people, perhaps you can trade for some. Do lie down, I'll get something for you and come back. I wonder if we can get him a bandage in short order. Oh nice. More broken stuff. Bloody bandages, too. Let us collect some of his blood. Excellent. And while we're at it, I mean, we can get some organs. I damaged that one, dang it. Let's see. Okay, our scalpel's just above the next tier of durability, so we should probably leave it at that. Inventory Tetris, come on. Oh, it's the fellow traveler, that's right, I forgot about that. Ah, my fellow traveler, I suspect this is not the last time we chat. Shall we play dice? Too late, the bones have been cast already. You were planning to visit Father too, did you find him? I did, of course, as soon as I arrived. I hope you found him in good health. You kidding me? If only. What do you sell, fellow traveler? Picking over the town's bones? I dabble in buying and selling, but I have no use for coins, though I often find I have two to rub together. I collect things that are old, broken, discarded, dead items, memories, husks, and husks of memories. Traces, as I call them. What use do you have for that junk? I just like it when things are tidy. If I don't, people leave things behind, evidence of their passage. A mess. Won't do. Better to take those things into my bag. An unpleasant occupation. It's good work. When a rag and bone man does the rounds, no door stays shut. Who keeps useless junk? Everyone's happy to see me. Everyone trusts me. It makes for a peaceful harvest. Aren't you afraid of being out at night? I only work nights. It's a ripe time. Does it frighten me? No. Nor should it frighten you. The town changes each night, turns into a different place to explore. What was open during the day closes. What was closed opens. Happy to make your acquaintance. You'll get a lot of traces from me, I'm sure. Holy shit, I didn't realize he sold a schmouter on day one. Oh man, we'll get to that later, but... Whew. Let's just go ahead and see how much goodwill we have. This is before we... Let's see if we take off the organs here. Trade one of the fingernails. It's actually puts us exactly right at it. Alright, sadly we can't afford that milk. Yeah, that's fine for now. Schmouter. Smells like medicine. A dangerous idea for a game. Destroying this would be the responsible thing to do. A box filled with a yellowish powder. Guess it's some kind of game. Okay, so... Not really a whole lot else to do, but wait for the dawn now. Is this another guy to fight? Looks like it is. Looks like he's going to attack somebody else. Let's see if we can intercede here. Ah, shoot, I can't take his stuff. Maybe I can catch him if I put my fists down. Okay. Ah, he's long gone. Hey, what did we drop out here? That's right. Well, I suppose we can count our haul here. We have 2 fish, 2 milk, 1 canned food, 4 smoked fish, 3 toast, 2 eggs, 1 kashk. That's a pretty good haul, and we've got ourselves a schmouter, which I will explain later. Doesn't look like there's anything else that we can stack in there. I'm already feeling tight on the inventory space here, but we'll have to make do. So now it'll cost a grindstone and a chisel to repair this rusty scalpel. Although, I believe that we should have the opportunity to get a serviceable, like a regular scalpel at some point soon. One would hope, at least. Dawn should be approaching as well. Aha! We can use the bowl here to go ahead and get some additional herbs. There they are. At nighttime we can identify them by the fireflies as well as the sound, whereas in the daytime we can only identify the herbs with the sound, which makes it a little bit challenging in my mind. But soon we'll start having access to a lot of herbs. Let's see, we could always check out the shop that will sell regardless of reputation. Or even see if Bad Grief has anything new for us. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He will buy this lockpick. Or sell us one, for that matter, but yeah. How much does the Twirine go for? 64. That ain't bad. Oh, fresh meat? Fish? Wow. This guy's got a lot of stuff, unfortunately. I do not have a lot of money. Buy another kashk. About Notkin in them. Perhaps they have something new for me. I think the new day is about to kick off here at 7. I could be mistaken though. It's been a minute. Don't have anything new. Here's some manner of cable system for what I assume is the meat industry here, which does not appear to be running at all. You can check out those houses over there. The crude sprawl. Let's go ahead and buy a chisel for some of these springs. Chisels are going to be useful anyway for repairing stuff later on. And tucked away in some of these nooks and crannies, there might be some places I can loot as well. But unfortunately, we have a somewhat slow day here just because, well, I remember a lot of the places to go and things to do. Could always rob some people. What is that noise? Ooh, we actually don't have any lockpicks. Yeah, there goes a little bit of reputation there. I am unwelcome here. That's funny. Okay, it's probably not worth pushing my luck here. Father's funeral starts at dawn, and I doubt it will take all day. See you tonight at Saba's place? It's dangerous, yes. This is Nagan Pa Daga Tizoms, a place you must not bring outsiders. Everyone is looking for a Shabnaka dig. It's good they forgot about Saba. Do you go there every night? The kin can even live there. People come and go, yes. So I'm kin to you? You're kin, Katanga. Saba talked about you a lot these days. We waited for you, Yargachin. Got it. Trust too low to trade even after getting that. Awesome, we can start looting Twirine now. Or not Twirine, Twire. Just the raw herbs. This is Aspity. She was the woman on the bridge on day 12 who we talked to, who just died after we talked to her.
Deep beneath Earth's skin, everything is true, and nothing is permitted. Defy her not.
We shall speak later. We have much to talk about now, not here. Greetings, akin. How fares your kind? Who might you be? Mind me not, your Katenga, your people, are over there, burying your father. What about you? I have paid my respects already. I came here to watch you, to see what you do. I wait for your word, Emshin. Then I shall give you mine. Why can't they bury him? They will tell you, then you will reply. I watch. There's a new person in our log of people. A son's fate is to avenge his father's death, but first I need to see the body. Father's funeral starts at dawn. Sometimes after dark, steppe people meet at Saba's place, not just them either. It's been foretold I will spill a river of blood. Where is Saba's place? Is that this place? I can't remember. Emshin, brave man, strong is his spirit. How fares your kind, Emshin? Bitakaran, for he has come to pay last respects to his father. We have too. How fares your kind, Katengar? Bitakaran Ubsha is at the threshold. The loss is great. A need to speak, to say the words correct, observe the right. I've come to pay last respects to my father. Why do I see this sight? Godo Kara, Barak Esegar, carried a great burden, owed a great debt. Who is to take his duty upon himself? That's a commitment. Let's do it. Before the eyes of the kin and the earth, this is what I have to say. I, his son, accept his duty as my own. The sky is my witness. A bow for you, Emshin. The first blood yours. Bikara, Emshin, is a man, a brave man. Here stands Saba, Saba Uspte. You have accepted his duty. Now come into the inheritance. Saba will show you the way. Bye, Lara. I have done what needed to be done. There was no choice.
Need you lean on my roots for strength?
You are a brave man, Emshin, a true son to your father. I rejoice as I watch you. The Katanga, the kin, shed tears of pride and delight as they watch you. I'm afraid. We shall bear your burden together, Emshin. Your father helped me, I helped him. I shall help you too. In you, I see him. Don't, I'll bear my burdens alone. I leave you to your grief for now. Come to my home if you need me. I will wait for you night and day. For as long as I remain, Tanger, I will stand behind your shoulder. Let's go. I am sorry about Isidore, but we have not the time to grieve. Here's what matters. You are now to take your father's legacy. Take it, mind, not come into it. Pardon me, what? Here, I'm giving you his boudoir, his warm vessel. He gave it to me on the eve of his last holiday. Must have presaged the evil that would befall him. What do you mean by warm vessel? You are an odd one, Emshin. You were brought up here, yet came of age far away, neither fish nor fowl. Well, let us hope that your blood calls to you. A boudoir is a vessel where a man keeps all that is important to him. Things that, how do you say, things that preserve his essence. You will someday make one of your own. Yes, I seem to recall that idea. I'm giving you his car. It's yours now. As are the things inside. Now the money. It's a light purse, isn't it? Your father didn't care much for money. Okay. You said I would take my legacy but not come into it. What did you mean by that? To take someone's obligations, word is not enough. To come into a legacy, taking the things is not enough. Your father's bequeathal is more than merely material. I gather as much, but what do I need to do? There is now emptiness where he once was. Who is to fill it? Who will heal the sick? Tell truth from lies? Who will Udkara, who will plumb the depths? Only a Menku can cut a body. Only a Menku can pierce the unknown. Who will draw the lines? The wise say it, yes? I knew it would come down to more old wives' tales. You are wrong. Look at the items I'm giving you. Open the Udkar and touch these items. There's a bunch of herbs, some money, and a list of names. The handwriting is clearly Father's. Sticky, Capella, Murky, Notkin, Khan, Grace, Tayad Taichik, and unfamiliar step sigil. These are children.
I hope the dead mistresses remain dead. We need neither Nina nor the Eagle Mother here.
Do any of these items seem familiar? What are they? Swevery, various kinds of twire, herbs. Why would he leave me herbs? He used to make herbal medicine, tinctures to cure any malady. He was a Menku, a knower of connections. He saw which things sing in unison when joined. That's what the lines are. Even if you say you need not this knowledge, Emshin. And what about this list of names? Closer, let my tired eyes see it. The names of local children. Khan is what they call the Cane Boy. Capella is the daughter of the Master. May he choke on his name. But I know not why Isidore listed them. I believe by the Master she's referring to Big Vlad. Perhaps I know some of these children already. Which ones? Notkin leads a gang that keeps invisible pets, mature for his age. He did pay much attention to those children. Spent most of his final days with them. They followed him like calves that trailed after a cow, or oxen pulled by a yoke. Okay, how about this sigil here? This is a brand for marking bowls, but brands of the kin often have specific meanings. Bikara, this one is Udurg. Tough to parse. It means something like a big body or a special body. A body that contains a lot. But I'm not sure. It may be just a sigil. Who could interpret this for me? I am your father not, Kolboin. I can instruct you not. You are to learn on your own. Speak to people. Most of all, speak to those who knew your father well. That is how you come into your legacy. What do you mean? In this place you must come into your legacy through action, not mere words, by showing you understand the contents of the vessel. Follow your father's trails. Learn who he was. Find yourself a fate. A fate like a good wife, Emshin. Your wife. Sounds good, but...
Yargachin, Emshin, Eseger. I see you plainly.
Follow his trails, Emshin. Then you'll know what kind of man he was, and what kind of man you are to become. Let me start with you. What can you tell me about him? Your father was a Menku. He was respected for it. He was respected because he was a doctor. More than that. What else then? He knew the lines. Lines, that's just a philosophy, like the Tao or phenomenology. What's a Tao? Never mind. What are the lines in your interpretation? Lines represent the paths between things, the link that connects them, the laws that govern our lives. Between evil sky and kind earth is a line. The veins of our lifeblood are lines. A line carries the inevitable retribution for evil deeds. Family ties, the way children reflect their parents, those are lines too. Father used to say that lines referred to anatomy. That as well. He knew how a body is composed because he knew the lines. He knew how a kidney links to an herb so he could brew a curative tea from it. He knew how one herb linked to another. He knew how to draw a knife to cut a body but bring no harm. I see. Now hear me well, Emshin, for my next words are crucial. This first couple of days will be hardest for you. You will find yourself surrounded by lines innumerable. Some you must tear apart, others follow. Others still cut yourself. Only thus will you reach the end. I have taken your words to heart, Kate. Douse your eyes. What are you planning to do? Where will you start? I'll look closer at the kids. Why'd he gather them? Who is the eighth? Suspicious. Hence me saying that you will only come into your legacy if you follow his trail. Do what he used to. All you Buraks are alike, men of action. I have told you all I know, Emshin. Be on your way now. My head's spinning from all this. That's enough for today. So Reuben also knew Father, so we can go to visit Notkin first, and then jump over to Reuben's. It's probably the play here. How much money did we get? Wow, we got a lot of money. I think we can save here too, unless I'm mistaken. And sleep here, although it doesn't look like... Okay, there we go. Where's the save spot? Ah well, we'll find another one soon. Alright. Sabas, that's what this place is. This is where the steppe people come at night. Aspity must be running some kind of trap house or something. Actually, we can make a detour over to the children through here and collect some herbs. I think anyway, right? Herbs are the words of Earth. She grants them to us by splitting herself open, and so an herb given to the human body can tell us what ails it. Each blade of twire is unique. Herbalists tell them apart by their voices. Swevery. Swevery is plain but resilient. These are all just different types of twire here. Black and blood. You have to follow the voice here. Excellent. Yeah, the steppe has herbs growing all throughout it. I find it easier to harvest them at night when I can see the insects gathered around, but we can still use the sounds as a guide. And we can always trade them at Stomatin's place, depending on which type he's interested in. I noticed the regular vendors were offering somewhere between, what, like 5 and 12 for herbs, whereas at Stomatin's, even the ones that he wasn't interested in were going for 50, and the ones that he was interested in were going for like 150. Okay, we're detouring a little bit too far now. We are on the clock after all. Alright, let's go talk to Notkin. What does she have to say? What do you have there? Did you catch a tiny little mouse for me? I brought you something to eat to return the favor. Take it. We knew it. We knew you'd do it. Lena didn't believe it. Beryl didn't believe, but Tom and I knew it. He'll figure it out on his own. He doesn't need our nudges or hints to bring us something back, and you did. You're such a good person. Can I hug you? Not now, kid. I'm covered in blood. So what did my character actually give her? Was it just some toast back? Either way, I'll take it. We got reputation in 4 districts. That's nice. Gives us a little bit of leeway to do crimes down the road if we need to. Let's see. She'll take chalk. Yeah, let's buy some milk, sure. Let's play inventory Tetris here real quick.
Put my trust in Paw, Claw, and Whisker, not you, Drifter.
What carry you in all those pockets, Barack? tools. Never mind them. Here's what I'd like to know. What business did you have with my father, with old Barak? We went to his place often. He used to teach us things. Why do you ask? So you used to go to his home together, all of you. Take a look at this list. Sometimes we would all go together, other times in 2s or 3s, or alone. Many things happened. Why do you ask, though? It's not like we imposed on him. He invited us. So you were his friends. Did he have enemies? No. Kid, you're holding something back, but this is very important to me. Do I make myself clear? You know what? Ask Capella. She's the oldest of all of us, and the best explainer. She's a good person, too. Who is this Capella? That Vlad's daughter, but she's not like him at all. She even lives in a separate wing of the house. Good. Don't hold her family against her. She's like a big sister to us all. She put together a union. A union? What union? Don't worry about it. Just a union. Of people under 15. Anyway, ask her. She might be mad at me if I say too much. Is she at her place in the lump? Damned if I know. Either there or at the station. Just don't stomp around if you ever go there. It's a discreet place, not for the grown-ups. The station is a discreet place. Strains have become rare indeed. Now let's see what we got. I took my inheritance, but I haven't come into it. A right needs to be proven with a deed. Which deed will show that I'm truly Father's son? Father's body was interred. I don't know what this one was. Some things aren't bound to happen. That thing with the fire there. I think I got the body interred too quickly or something. Alright. So we can stop by Ruben's and then make our way over to Vlad's. Actually, can I get out this way? No. And actually, on our way to Ruben's, we'll stop by the Broken Heart and see if we can pawn off any of this twire real quick. Because in my other playthrough that I was working on, I never found that I had a shortage of twire. I suppose it's possible, but since it just grows freely in the steppe, if you're ever low, you can just run there at night. Grab a whole bunch of it. Here, have this item. This is for you. What's this? A sign of trust. As we share things with each other, so do we share our feelings, warmth, kindness. We see now that you are a good person. The town trusts you. Do you want to become its part? Well, yes, I guess. Do you like the item I've given you? Will you find any use for it? I don't really know what you need. I chose randomly. We don't know you very well yet. What do you want in exchange? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that there was an exchange. You give me something of yours and receive something of mine. All items are charged with bits of your warmth and life. Give me whatever you want. To others, give what they want. They won't ask a lot, so if you share generously and give more than is asked, the town will remember that. It's just a token, after all, a tradition. So if I barter at a loss, people would see me as a better person? Yes. Go off and barter with different people. Not anyone in particular, just different. Women and men, teenagers and little kids. You'll see what happens. And what happens? You'll get to know us better. We'll get to know you better. Our town is like a family. You have returned. Now please help us remember, accept, and maybe even love you. I'm saying it on behalf of everyone. Bayarla Basagan, please relay my gratitude to them. Oh, she gave me a thimble. Trade an immunity booster for some lemons, sure. With this, I give you some of my hope. We have no doctor now. Who will help us? Who will treat our injuries or deliver children? You're a surgeon. You can do all that. So have some of our hope, and hope often leads to love. I share with you some of my grief, because that's all I have for now. I'm sorry, Basagan. So we've already been bartering with people, but that is the game's way of nudging us into the idea of, hey, dummy, interact with people and trade with them. It's like 10 a.m. There's people in the bar. Nice. Alright. That's not Stamerton, is it?
Behind any pretty facade, there's a yawning black pit.
Oh, it's young
Always.
Vlad. Okay. This is Big Vlad's son. Your face seems vaguely familiar, but I'm positive we never met before. What is your business? I'm the son of Isidore Burak. My name is Artemy. You have my condolences, and my envy. Envy? Why? You were lucky to have a father like him. You think so? Isidore respected you as a person. He indulged your desire to walk your own path and has never forced you to follow in his footsteps. Never tried to produce a carbon copy of himself. Dang, young Vlad is really telling on himself here. How can you know that? When he sent you away, the kin were livid. They condemned Isidore for tearing you away from your roots. But he always said that this was the only way for you to come to truly love your people, through choice, not blind necessity. I see great love and wisdom in that. I just want to say it outright. You seem to be well informed. My position in the family forces me to keep tabs on everything that happens in our sad little town. You don't seem too happy with that. Right you are. Familial obligation is a sore spot for me. I'd pay good money to never have to think about it again. I can relate. If we disregard the Kanes and Saburovs, one could say my father controls the town as closely as he controls his fat purse. Sadly, he's content with the current state of affairs, and sees no reason to change. His complacency will doom us all. Things are already in motion, but let us speak of something else. You're right, though. The current power balance should be challenged. I'm saying this as a son of the kin. By the way, have you heard about Saburov looking for volunteer patrolmen? Please tell me it's not to send a new raiding party after you. I'll sigh with relief knowing that man merely wants to instill martial law in our godforsaken village. I like knowing what my competitors think. Funny indeed. I actually kind of like young Vlad. Brown Twire costs 3 times as much today. Let's buy the little cheap things that we can trade to the kids just because they're so cost efficient. And we'll even get some food. Nice. Excellent. His getup is so ridiculous. The proprietor has nothing to say to me, huh? Wait, is that Clara? No. Alright, that was a good deal. Good stop. I feel a little bit bad for young Vlad. His father's just such a domineering man. My wife was killed yesterday. How can I look our children in the eyes now? I've lost the right to be called their father. Why? I promised her we'd share every joy, every woe. I promised to protect her. What use is that now? What use are words without action? What could you have done? I could have been assertive. Think faster when it went down. I could have acted differently, efficiently, instead of just staying in my head. If only... What's done is done. Live on, pal, for the children. We still need a grindstone to repair our scalpel. Okay, we've got 2 lemons now, so I'm not in a hurry to buy them. Where are these children running to? I feel like I should follow them and see what they're up to. Evidently they're not up to much of anything. Can't trade with them either. On to Ruben's apartment. Maybe Dankovsky is cleared out at this point. This isn't it. This is a clothier. We can always see what they have for sale, I suppose. Gloves, boots, which we don't have. They will buy from us, but we don't really have much that's going to go for much. I could get rid of that candle stub just to get it out of our inventory. I'll hold on to it for now. It's so cheap, it might be barterable later. Might get us 2 or 3 favor, which is probably more valuable than the 20 or so coins that it gives us. Ruben and Lara.
I'll rest when I've been buried.
Stock Ruben. Why did you come? Finally thought of some good excuses. I'll be damned. You shaved your head, preparing to become a monk or a soldier. Yesterday I was told you had killed your father. And you immediately believed it. That's not far from the truth, Barak. You knew all this time I'm not a murderer. You just meant it as, what, some metaphor? I called you a friend. You betrayed him. You left him when he needed you most. He cried out for your help, but you didn't care. He was in peril, and you were too busy elsewhere. He believed, truly believed, that your arrival would put an end to his troubles. And, as always, he was right. Take a breath, calm down, and explain. What peril? What do you know? No. He wouldn't tell me. Suggested we wait for you to arrive. But you were in no hurry, were you? His first letter was sent in May. There's a war, asshole. You think the trains come to this town often? Lara said I'm stupid, that I've lost my marbles. But I haven't. Your father always taught us to take stock of the situation, Barak. Overall, you're unneeded here. Don't bother with your father's inheritance. He has better heirs. Like you? And why not? I was his student. I preserved his knowledge while you wiped your ass with his letters. I was always by his side. Here's his letter, the only one I received. Look here, idiot. He mentions a threat. What could it be? No. What do you know then? Some student. Shut up. Your father's inheritance is his work, Barak. That's his legacy. You are completely unworthy of it. His work is not yours. His knowledge is not yours. You abandoned both. He sent me away, jackass. He wanted me to study elsewhere. Go elsewhere then. Learn whatever it is you'll learn there. Here you have no place, and if the kin tells you to let go of his burden, listen. Perhaps even that scum can be right sometimes. You're out of your depth here. I'm not going anywhere. You should listen to Gravel. You're acting stupid.
Who knocks on your door at night? Who screams down your chimney? A wight? No, just the wind.
So here we are again. I managed to calm down Stock. He was wrong about you. Or he was not entirely right, at least. But still right, huh? Were you already offered your father's inheritance, cub? Refuse it, I beg you. Do not follow his path. You're too late. I already accepted what I must do. All in all, this is a quiet town. Not perfect, but there's a place for everyone. We're all connected through the bonds of love, of friendship, of patience. Life flows through those bonds, the town's veins, and to cut them would cause harm. Your father, don't be mad, he dreamed of remaking it all. What exactly did he want to change? Everything. Our town felt wrong to him. He used to say that broken bones set badly will cripple a man, leaving him unable to function as others do. To Isidore, our town was a vile malunion. Perhaps he thought that for a reason. He was a healer, sure. He knew life as no one else could. The kin revered him, but even that did us more harm than good in the end. What do you mean? 5 years ago, there was an outbreak in the crude sprawl. It spread like wildfire, dozens of dozens dead. People sent for Isidore. When he arrived, he ordered the whole quarter to be quarantined. No one could leave, not even the healthy people trapped inside. That's terrible, but I'd make the same call in his shoes. The townsfolk obeyed his orders without question. They barricaded the whole neighborhood. In the end, there were almost no survivors. But the town lived on. I suppose that is true, but, Cub, do not take his inheritance. Isidore's inheritance is his power, his authority, his duties. If you become another Isidore, we will never rest. We will never know peace. Peace only lasts until the next war. So on the one hand, we have somebody who obviously looked up to and revered our father Isidore, and somebody who seems like maybe despised him. But both are very wary of me. It's funny, actually. Bad Grief appears to be the best of the three friends that I have right now. And he's the one running the criminal gang in the warehouses. So next I can check out Saburov and visit with Capella too. Those are a nice convenient way up there. Or I could take the boat even and come back around. But for now, I think that is a good leaving off point.